Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Ducks will kick this away to get us going. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground?
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Great play by the defender of knocking the ball away to give his defense a chance to recover the football. But, man, the quarterback has to have that internal clock, that situational awareness, pocket awareness, kind of feel the pressure, and most importantly, when you feel it, take care of the football.
Makes the defender miss. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And that run produces a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They go with a direct snap. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off to scramble.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Returner trying to create good field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
And he's brought down after a big first down game. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Steps out of bounds after a solid gain, which sets up a first and goal for the offense. The Hurricanes looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
Tough situation here. Second and goal all the way back to the 15. Offense looking to throw the ball. He stays alive. Caught over the middle. It's Price. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice game.
Getting set. Here's second down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs. They did it right there.
So Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the tight end, grabs it over the middle. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
And the Ducks pick up enough yards to move the sticks. They'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. They'll hand it off. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Third down play for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back in cover three. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Bringing pressure. Pass rush closing in.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And sack sets up second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. You're finally able to bring him down. That's a big momentum play to wrap up the first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He lets it go, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost him.
Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Send the back in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. The sure hands. It's Price. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Play action here on first down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on second down. Makes a quick grab. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw. The Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Looking for his big tight end. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
Kick it away here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Oh, and he fumbled it. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Oh, what a move to break into the clear. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
All week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
It's the running back in the flat. They bring him down after a short gain there. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. And he'll set up to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Here's the handoff. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes first down. And the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looks to the left for a quick throw. And the ball is picked off. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their 3rd interception now in the game.
They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Canes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I feel like this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
Offense accepts the penalty, moves them a little farther from their own end zone. Defensive penalty sets up a 1st and 5 for the offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Quarterback drops back. Gets made on the out route. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
He's going to pull it down and run. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Timeout is called a Duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And the Ducks with first and 10 here. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Oregon.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain, short of the first down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. He was on target with his first try. This is a chip shot from 24 yards. He missed it. Field goal, no good. Missed opportunity to make this a one-score game, still losing by 11. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Football comes out. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Number 11, set to kick this one away.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone.
The return.
Tackle at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense will take the penalty, move them a little farther away from their own goal line. Now it's second down here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Finds an open target on the left side. And he's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
I'd love to see this from this running back. Let's not forget, the last time they were out, he put the ball on the ground, but he has a short memory. Comes back out next time, gets the ball in his hands, delivers with a big-time run on this drive.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And it's incomplete. Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Field goal tried, no good. And the lead remains at 11 after the miss.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And the defense not fooled there. They stop him for no gain.
On the play. Second down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On third down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag. This is a big call coming up. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Canes will bring their punt team on the field now. Coverage team brings down the returner.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. It's a run. Running back's got it. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert, of course, enough said. We see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And completion makes it second and short. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. The right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They'll run it to the left. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Miami 21, Oregon 18.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. First down, looking to throw the football. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And that ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And this pass is caught. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The Hurricanes pick up first down yards to keep the drive going. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it look.
Touchdown for the U. This offense really clicking. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
We'll call for the fair catch here. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Running back with the football. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Offense getting set. It's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So they have to come up with something here on third down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
Looking to throw it on first down. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Looking to chuck it again. Catch made on the right side. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk. And it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to melt the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
And the point after is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner decides to field it. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, good job here on their stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side.
Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Extending the play now. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes the first down to Posey. Price, big hit there at the end. And the Canes churn out another first down. Tight end goes in motion. Fights off a defender. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage in the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Rolling the dice a bit, up one possession and going for it on 4th down. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks left and finds his target there. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Looking to throw yet again. Looking right, this one caught. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. The clock is stopped.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown.
2nd down coming up now. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Heads out of bounds as a short gain on play. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Just missed his intended receiver on that 3rd and short. The offense is now going to have to settle for 3 points here in such a close game in the 4th quarter.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. He's moving out of the pocket now.
And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs during the late stages of this game.
Boy, as a play caller, you save this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. 4th down. 4th quarter. Game on the line. And you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here's the 2nd down play. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. The Hurricanes will line up to boot it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Deep shot caught inside the 15. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. First down, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Trying to extend the play. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
And now the defense steps in to call time with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket, looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, the quarterback just misses his target here on third down and long, but at least he avoids taking the sack. Still a chance here at this range on fourth down with a 3-point lead. Kick the field goal and add to this lead.
Long enough and good. And the game is tied here in the final seconds.
Well, how about that? This guy comes in with all the pressure in the world, and he ties it up. I think we might be looking at some extended time in this one.
Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded by one of the up men. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
With the score all time.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Picks up the first, looking for more. Will he score here? Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT. And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's going to take off here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They're going to run it. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. So a challenging third down play. They need a first down or a touchdown to keep this game going. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Escapes the sack. Receiver makes the grab. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down. And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So it all comes down to this fourth down and short. If they don't get it, it's game over. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So now it's first and goal. They have to punch it in here to keep this game going. There's the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for two and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for two right here.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's in there. They gamble and get it to win the game. What a call. In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.